Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. It's me, A. Prustian, and we're here before our second day of trial. Mia promises us that we have enough here. I am honestly not so sure, but I guess we'll find out. Aw, poor Maya. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Um, yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Again! But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Phoenix, I think you could say this out loud, not just think it. Oh, too late. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Huh? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. I love how Pearl ships it. Pearly? Not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? How much of this is... I think it is really Nick wanting Mia there for her support, because she does seem to have a better idea of what's going on. But also, her theory implicates Pearl's mother. And so I wonder if part of this is having Pearl not watch that, if it comes down to it. Yeah, alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. She's so freaking cute. Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't... Yeah, right. See, I thought that was part of it. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Well... It doesn't really look good for Morgan. We'll see. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. I mean, Francisca, that seems a little bit ambitious in terms of the scale of who cares about this murder trial. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Yeah, but like, who fucking cares? I don't know who prosecutors are who's never lost a case. In the real, like, it just doesn't matter. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Oof. I'm just gonna let that remark go. You know what? I'm not even gonna comment on it. I'm just gonna let it go. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes, and this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. All right, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? Huh. That surprises me. But Ms. Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Okay. Yeah, this is where shit hits the fan, I think. It must be Morgan. Unfortunately, I think it's also Eni in cahoots. Seems to be. Maybe there's a way it's not. I don't know how Morgan would have done it on her own. Oof. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I'm a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. So they're changing their story, Morgan is, to say that Maya left because now they have to account for the key. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes? That is? Oh! You. Be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order. Ms. Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, and those two broke the door open and entered the chamber, I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. And then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. Aha. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Yeah, but we're gonna have to. Alright. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I feel like I'm not going to get anything good out of pressing on this, but I'm going to anyways. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Ms. Fay? Well, there, all I did was cost Phoenix some money. Fair enough. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, this is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Let's question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. Huh. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Oh, she is sly. Well, that was very noble of you, Ms. Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Huh? But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Well, let's question further. Last time it kind of backfired, but usually it's a good idea too. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. Ugh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. And then quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing. However, yes. You're physically larger and stronger than the defendant. Oh, she might point out, though, that while channeling, there's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ah! Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. What? Wait, what did that mean? Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. I think the judge is confused about what's going on, and he's making me confused. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However... Right, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Let's question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. Well, that's a thought. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve? That's what. Looks like Ms. Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Okay, so we're not going to find any holes in Morgan's testimony at the moment. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. That is exactly what we should be... Eek! Be quiet, you. Wait, I gotta think this through a little. That picture that Lotta took had to be someone channeling the nurse. It's not necessarily Maya, but it can't be Morgan because she was with us when we went in. The only other option is Pearl, and that seems very unlikely. So I think it is Maya. I think that Maya actually did not leave the chamber. I think everything Morgan said was a lie. And that Morgan left at most to go like burn the stuff, or maybe Enid did if she were part of it. I'm not sure. Now then, what the escapee had done when she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Meenie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Meenie? I think you can see where this is headed. Yeah, the two are in cahoots for sure. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Meenie. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Karma's like, no curiosity from the judge. Judges are not here to display curiosity. Now then, Ms. Meenie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake. Poor Phoenix. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. No, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Come on, Judge, keep up. Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Oh my god. Judge, keep up. I'm completely with Francisca here. Ms. Von Karma. We are like, yes, Judge, keep up. Yes, Mimi Meanie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... I guess he didn't know any of that. Huh. Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Ms. Meanie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me? That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eni? Honestly, I think a big problem that this court has is that if this is true, if this were the way it happened, how do you find Maya at fault? Like, I don't know. If you live in a world where spirit possession is true to the extreme that the person channeling no longer has any control over their own selves, like, how could she possibly be liable for this? So it's this weird thing where they're kind of having it both ways. Like, yeah, spirit possession's real, and she's really the nurse for this, but also it's still Maya, and she's the one who killed the guy. And I found that a little strange, I think, this entire trial. But anyways, she took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. But, oh, the end. The one thing is, Phoenix believes that Maya was not, and even, like, Maya channeling the spirit did not kill him. And I think he thinks that Maya didn't actually channel her because of the dreaming thing. But the problem with that is, if Maya didn't channel her, who is the person in the picture? Is it Eni in the costume? Could Eni have dressed up like her sister and used a channeling costume to make it look like it was somebody channeling her sister? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. How do I prove any of this? What do you think, Mr. Wright? Certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Let's do it. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. I hope so. Cross-examination after the murder. I was sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to be totally a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? What? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later, someone came into the room. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? There was the ding of "this is important." Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. Wait, I thought the sesame seeds were from lunch. When did you have lunch? No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time it was when someone came into your room. Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really... Huh? That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? She doesn't want to answer this. I've been convinced since the beginning that she's using this as a conscious tactic to deflect. Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. It was oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? I mean, the thing is, if you're gonna be lying on the stand, I think being kind of vague and wishy-washy is not the worst thing. It's harder to trip you up if you've been vague about stuff than if you've been specific. And I think that's why she wouldn't tie herself down to a time, either. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Okay. She's really leaning hard into the bimbo here. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. Oh, I'm shocked, Phoenix. I'm so shocked about that. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright? The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Ms. Mimi Meanie? I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise as seeing a dead loved one alive again? But, maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult. But I, know all about the Kurain channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Probably, but I'm gonna question farther. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. Not even the blood on her clothes? If this was after the murder, as they say, wouldn't her clothes be all bloody? But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. It's a question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? No, it's very important. I think this is part of it because I think if you saw your sister covered in blood, even if you knew about channeling, that you would be, disturbed. It's very important. Though I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Ms. Mimi, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. I'm, like, totally cool with that. I wasn't, like, scared at all, and, like, her costume looked, like, totally normal. There we go. That's what I want to see. So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird. He's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Huh? Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? Yeah. I'm definitely gonna come back to that, but I want to finish pressing on everything first. Or I guess this is the last thing to press on. Told me something terrible. Something terrible? What was the thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you all about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve of a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the whole story again? I don't think I need to. I'm gonna not bother asking. I did just hear the story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the defense is fine. Does not need to hear the story again. Very well. You may continue your testimony, Ms. Meany. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. Don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Yeah, I think I know what to do, though. Which feels weird for me. For sure. But... it's like, oh my god, totally my sister. I wasn't, like, scared at all, and her costume looked totally, like, normal. Okay, I'm gonna present one of these pictures that Lotta took. Let's check it. This one. I'm gonna present this. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. Huh? What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Yes, he is. Miss Meany, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. Huh? The blood spray! Hell yeah, the blood spray. Ms. Meany, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order, order, Miss Beanie. What is the meaning of this? Miss Beanie? I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! That... Eep! What are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. Yeah, certainly in these games. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. This is why I think there's a possibility still that she is her sister. And she's using this personality as a front in a way to prevent people from seeing what's going on. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the murder, part 2. Okay. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Did you now? Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No. All right, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. Would we be satisfied with that? No way. Okay. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Ms. Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. Poor Phoenix. The costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. Huh? That's, Are you gonna tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Ms. Meanie, like at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Ms. Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better, too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner, the better. Is that a threat? Von Karma? If so, I love it. She says with her whip at the ready. And, Ms. Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Ms. Meanie? Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? When do you mean? When? When you... I feel like this might be getting to the question of the clothing box. Or it could be about the incinerator. Like, so I'm gonna ask about this going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answers rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. I just feel like the incinerator's on the way. When did this stuff end up in the incinerator? In her story, you know? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? I think it's important. Because of the incinerator. I hope I'm right. I am not sure if his smarmy expression is making me feel better or not here, but I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Ms. Meany, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. Okay. So now can I present the stuff from the incinerator? Let's try it. Your Honor, that statement oh, shit. Come on. Shoot. Okay. Maybe not. Oops, that didn't go so well. What about the key? Or the urn? Pearl was there. Under repair in the hallway until police came. Yeah, I think I found it. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. I was thinking incinerator, but it was Pearl with the urn. I love it. Take a look at this urn. Urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, what does that prove? Objection! Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Yeah. I already, said I didn't see, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, totally say anything about, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you'd really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. Where is she? Little Miss Pearl Fay. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. No! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Ms. Meany. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. You know, I forget when Pearl said she got the key. If Pearl was in the hallway until the police came, maybe they disposed of the evidence after the police arrived? They would have had to, or they would have seen her. They being either Enid or Morgan. Anyways, Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Ugh. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meany. You are a masterful liar. Arrgh! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meany, tell us the truth. About what? All of it? About what? About you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. Oh, Von Karma was sweating. That's right, I was like sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way! No fucking way! Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Shit. Fuck. Save. Help me, Mia. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once, do you want me to help you out? Oh, interesting. She can be my hint. I'll start with no, I think I can do it. I'm not sure that's the case. Well, it might be hard for me to see. I can't just accept her help without thinking it through myself first. Haha, that's the spirit. Give it another try. Mr. Wright, what is your answer? Okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction. Okay. I guess, I'm not sure of the difference here. We'll say it's in her testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meany, you made the following statement. I, like Miss Morgan, was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Is it? Miss Meany, how did you know that fact? I guess I assumed that her point was when she returned with her sister, only Morgan was there. But I guess now we're saying we know she didn't return along the winding way, so how did she know? How? I concede that Ms. Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Huh? Which means, Miss Meany, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Yeah, that makes sense. That pulls it together. I love how she looks like a ghost, like it gives the where her eyes and mouth are. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? I think she was in the channeling chamber. Miss Meany, please answer the question. And don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. I agree. So now is the time to prove it. She could have done it without Morgan, although Morgan's testimony makes that very suspicious. I think Morgan realized it was Eenie, not Maya, but decided to take advantage of it to improve her standing in the house. That's what I think. I'm not convinced it was premeditated. It might have been, though. It might have been premeditated on Morgan's part to help out, because you do need all that knowledge of the channeling and, like, the costume. Okay. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? I mean, she was in the channeling chamber. Ms. Meenie was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Ms. Meenie was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's why that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. She hid in the clothes box behind the folding screen. Right. Simple. Ms. Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the folding screen. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony? There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Meenie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. Yeah, I think that's part of this. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. This thing, the clothing box. Ms. Meenie, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you were, when she was hiding from me in it. That clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. I love this. Like, look, she looks more like the picture of her sister. This, like with the eyes. It's really changing her expression. I love it. I'm convinced at this point that this is Meenie, not Eenie. But I guess we'll find out. Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Of course I can. What do you take me for? And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. I think it's the folding screen with the bullet. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. Huh? This? What on earth? Oof! I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? I love smarmy Phoenix. The folding screen. They had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order. So what you're saying... Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Meenie? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Meenie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. Correct. It's not possible. I'm pretty sure Morgan was the other person. Like 100% sure. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Ms. Meanie, you had an accomplice. Yeah. Morgan Fey. Now, how am I gonna prove it? This person. If it wasn't someone from Korean Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Fey. See, the thing is, I think Von Karma really was convinced that Maya had done it. And everything she had uncovered seemed to prove it pretty clearly. She just didn't go digging deep enough. Or, I mean, that is true, but also the one thing that helped us was our conviction that Maya was innocent. Von Karma's convinced that Maya is guilty, so she comes to it with that lens, doesn't need to go digging further, you know? But because we knew Maya was innocent with the dreaming, it was like, well, what could it be? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? Well, what do you have to say to this, Ms. Meanie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Moment of truth. Is she gonna keep lying, or will she fess up? Ah! I think this is what really happened. And okay, and like I said, I keep being convinced that, like, she's Mimi who, like, got surgery to pretend to be Eenie, because otherwise the whole thing with the face and the picture, it's like, why? Maybe that's not true. Maybe she really is Eenie. I don't know. But let's see which way it goes. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. Oh, that makes sense. I hadn't even considered that. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. He had the gun. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. The last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and shot him point blank in the head. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. And she got pictures. Miss Meany, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Ms. Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Ha! Ha ha ha! Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is this time? Ms. Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. No, but this is Morgan's motive. Morgan needs Maya out of the way. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive? Can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Because of her sister! The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Right? It's the car accident. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. Think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen, okay? Uh-huh. It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. Okay, so the difference is in the other sprite, she has her eyes open. That's what makes her look more like the picture of her sister, right? Like, here, she has her eyes open. So I think there's still a chance. Anyways. Been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray? It was, like, a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? I mean, that's what she says. She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see, ow! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Meany has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Ms. Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. It's not true. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Ah! What happened? I thought I had her for sure. Hee. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. She did fucking say that. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eeny Meeny. Well... There we go. Is this Mia? Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute. Classic Phoenix Wright. One more try. One more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Oh, interesting. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Ms. Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? I mean, I guess we gotta say we can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Eeny had a motive. Ha ha ha. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination is already ended, after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I like that attitude. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec! To be continued. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to pause here then. Or stop here. This is interesting. I thought we were on the verge of wrapping up, but we were not. Which is fair. There's definitely still more. I'm back to leaning towards my Eeny is Mimi. I don't quite know how it's going to tie in, but I feel it. I feel it. And if it's not that, I'm going to be kind of disappointed at this point. Anyways, this has gone on long enough, so thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you the next time. Bye!